It's time for Bronco Volleyball on Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is brought to you by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, Price Chopper, Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial, the Spring Hill Recreation Commission, Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Cedar Lake Village, Crown Realty, the Elliott Insurance Group, Prime Accounting Solutions, Farmers Insurance, Leah Smith Agency, Tri-Century Bank, Allstate, Libby Clark Agency, the Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, Spring Hill Fitness, Perfect Detail Salon, and Whitesell Optometry.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is Bronco Volleyball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
It is time for the Sub-State Championship match here in Spring Hill. As Spring Hill High School, welcome to the Comfort Designs pregame show as we get set for Spring Hill High School volleyball in the Sub-State title match. They'll take on the Bonner Springs Braves, a pair of Frontier League foes going to square off for a trip to the state tournament on the line. Spring Hill 36-2 on the season, the number one overall seed in the 5A tournament field, and the Bonner Springs Braves at 23-14. They're the number 9 seed in the tournament field. They just finished off a 2-set sweep of the 8 seed Pittsburgh. So it's Spring Hill and Bonner Springs for the third time this season, but this one so much more important than the previous two. Both those matches were won by Spring Hill. They won in 2 sets the first go-around, and they won in a 3-set sweep in the second go-around. So all 5 sets played this year between these two teams have been won by Spring Hill, but this one is for it all, as this one will send the winner to the state tournament, somewhere the Spring Hill Broncos have not been since 1985. But this group, 36 wins in 38 matches this year, trying to punch their ticket back to that state tournament. It's Spring Hill and Bonner Springs coming up in the Sub-State Championship match on Spring Hill Sports Live. Coming up next, we'll take a look at the matchup of Spring Hill and Bonner Springs Part 3. That's next here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent is Leah Smith. With more than 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri, Leah is sure to customize the right plan for you. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-221-0755. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020. Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
When it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill or call 913-592-5573. This is Bronco Volleyball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back to the Comfort Designs pregame show, brought to you by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, locally owned and operated for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs is Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Learn more at comfortdesigns.net or call 913-592-4453. For the third time this year, it'll be Spring Hill and Bonner Springs on the volleyball court, and let's see if Spring Hill can make it a perfect 3-0 against Bonner Springs. If they do, they'll be headed to the state tournament for the first time since 1985. Bonner Springs led by Kim Whetstone and Kiana Cruz. Those are their top two weapons. 61% of their swings come from those two girls. 70% of their overall kills this year have come from those two. Meanwhile, for Spring Hill, it's been Jalen Stevenson who's helped lead the way to the two victories over Bonner Springs this year. She's hitting .350 in the two matches against the Braves with 23 kills in those two matches. She had a great first match of this sub-state with 9 kills, and that sounds like a low number for Jalen, but they didn't need a lot from her. They had her out of the match a lot of the time because they were just cruising past KC Washington in that semifinals. So this is a good matchup. The two teams know each other well, and when we look back at the first two matches, what has kind of separated the two has been the blocking of Spring Hill against the non-blocking of Bonner Springs. Spring Hill is hitting .330 as a team, while Bonner Springs is hitting just .213 as a team in this matchup. Outside of Cruz and Whetstone, the rest of the team for Bonner Springs has hit .067. So this has been a struggle for the girls not named Whetstone and Cruz against the front line of Spring Hill, headlined by Frank and Frakes, the two middles. So we'll see if they can do that again. And also the service line. Spring Hill just 2 serve reception errors in the two matches, to Bonner Springs have 21 serve receiving errors in the two matches. So which team can do better at the service line and which team will win up there at the net? So far, it's been Spring Hill in both of those categories in their first two matchups. So if the Broncos are able to do that yet again in this one, they're likely going to be headed to that state tournament. They're the number 1 overall seed. Bonner Springs, the number 9 seed. We should have a good one as both teams went 2-0 in their semifinal victories to get here to this championship match. And now for the third time, they'll face here in 2019. It's the Sub-State Championship in 5A. Spring Hill and Bonner Springs coming up next here on Spring Hill Sports Live. You've been watching the Comfort Designs pregame show. First Serve is next.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NAIC certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent is Leah Smith. With more than 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri, Leah is sure to customize the right plan for you. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-221-0755. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more.
Is Bronco Volleyball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back live inside Spring Hill High School, side of the 5A sub-state, one of the 8 sub-states across the 5A class, and it's the number 1 overall seed, the Spring Hill Broncos, who are hosting this sub-state, and those girls you see right there hoping to get back to the state tournament for the first time since 1985, the last time Spring Hill High School was there. Back in the mid-'80s, Bonner Springs won a volleyball state title, and their girls hoping to do something that they have failed to do twice this year, and that's beat Spring Hill. 0-2 in their 2 previous matchups, and quite frankly, they haven't been that close, as Spring Hill won the first match 25-12, 25-18, and they won the second match 25-21, 25-15, 25-22. So this has been owned by Spring Hill, this head-to-head between these 2 Frontier League teams, but this one's for it all. This one will send the winner to the state tournament. We'll join the public address here in a moment to get the starting lineups and the reserves. They'll announce through the entire rosters for these 2 teams, so we'll have that coming up here in a moment. And these, again, 2 teams that know each other very well, both Frontier League teams meeting for the 3rd time. So here we go. Here's your lineups for this sub-state championship.
Number 9, Avery Hill. Number 14, Lauren Tidberg. Number 19, Lauren McCaughlin. Number 22, David McDonald. We have the non-starters for Spring Hill. Number 3, Emily Stevenson. Number 4, Eddie Hendrick. Number 11, Danielle Gonzalez. Number 12, Riley Superman. Number 7, Julia Hess. And now for the starters. For the Braves, number 7, Deanna Cruz. For the Broncos, number 1, Kate Milroy. For the Braves, number 8, Mariah Noel. For the Broncos, number 2, Mariah Hess. For the Braves, number 10, Kimberly Weststone. For the Broncos, number 5, Ali Frey. For the Braves, number 13, Nikki Ledbetter. For the Broncos, number 6, Katie Franks. For the Braves, number 18, Mercedes Hadlock. For the Broncos, number 8, Daphne Gardner. For the Braves, number 20, Lynn McQueen. For the Broncos, number 10, Jalen Stevenson. Zero for the Broncos, number 41, Caitlin Rayford. The coaches for the Braves, head coach Dan Hamlock.
There's the starting lineups for this sub-state championship game between the Bonner Springs Braves and the Spring Hill Broncos. Winner is off to Salina to the state tournament. 1985, the last state tournament berth for the Spring Hill Broncos. They are 36-2 on the season. They've won 82 of their 95 sets played. Bonner Springs enters play at 23-14 after their two-set sweep of the Pittsburgh Dragons in their semifinal that was just prior to this one. Spring Hill has had that match off after they played earlier today to defeat KC Washington in the first semifinal of this sub-state. Erica Book, the head coach of the Spring Hill Broncos, just her second year with the program, and I'd say she's done quite all right. 64-12, Coach Book's record here at Spring Hill High School. She was previously the head coach at both Topeka Seaman and Gardner Edgerton. And this year's win total of 36 now, the most a Coach Book coach team has had in her career as head volleyball coach. Previously, she won 32 matches as the head coach at Topeka Seaman. But she's blown past that one, and they have many more hopefully to come as this match is underway. Lexi Moschler with the serve for Bonner Springs. It's Jalen Stevenson on the first swing for the Broncos, and they're going to go up with the point as that one unable to be saved by Mercedes Madlock. She had to come a long way to try to get it, but could not bring it back inside the intended. It crossed over, so that'll be a point for Spring Hill to start this match out. And the Broncos lead at 1-0 with Daphne Gardner set to serve. Gardner had 7 aces in the semifinal win over KC Washington. A tough serve to handle for Moschler, and it gets a free ball back over to the Broncos. Gardner sends the bump set long out to Stevenson. Cross court played by Bonner Springs. They go to their best hitter in the center, Whetstone. Can't put it down, and now Stevenson again from the left side. Goes cross court, played by Cruz. A point, no, they're going to say a point Bonner Springs. Initially they ruled point Spring Hill, but that block for Spring Hill was across the net. The ball was on the Bonner Springs side. They had the block up over top of what was the second contact, so that's illegal on Spring Hill's part, and it'll tie this set up early 1-1, but a service error from Rin Van Cleve will quickly give the point back to Spring Hill. It takes a 2-1 lead. Addie Hedrick comes in for Mariah Hess. Here's the serve from Stevenson, clips the tape, and then it surprises on top of Noel, or rather a Madlock. A little net assist ace from Jalen Stevenson. Her 45th of the season. And that ties her with Mariah Hess, actually now one short of Mariah Hess, who had one in the first match for the team lead. And now she has tied Hess. Back-to-back aces from Stevenson, and it's 4-1 Spring Hill. Jalen coming into this sub-state in her last 8 matches had just 1 ace with 10 service errors, and so far in this sub-state she's got 3 aces, make it 4 aces with no service errors. 3 straight aces from Jalen Stevenson. She's going to follow in her head coach's footsteps and play her collegiate volleyball in a couple of years at Washburn University. Only a junior, though. She still has a whole other year here at Spring Hill. That was close to a 4th straight ace by Stevenson. Roll shot from the left side by Whetstone. Kept alive by Daphne Gardner. Good play on the back row. Now Ledbetter from the back row. Ricochets twice and sent back over on a free ball from Spring Hill. Whetstone that time gets a nice set from Madlock in the center. And Kim Whetstone, who leads the team for Bonner Springs with 335 kills this year coming into the sub-state, picks up her first of this match. 2018 All-First Team Frontier League for Whetstone. 5-2, Spring Hill with the lead. Gardner tight to the net, sets it up for Frakes, who tries to cut it left around the block, but it cuts too much and goes out. 5-3. Nikki Ledbetter, second on the team in aces with 34, but she's also second on the team with 32 service errors this year. Gardner sets it out to the lefty, Hedrick, and the freshman puts it away for Spring Hill. They go up 6-3. Kate Frakes back to serve for Spring Hill. The Broncos lead 6-3 in this opening set with Bonner Springs in the Sub-State Championship. And it's an ace from Frakes as Lexi Moschler, the defensive specialist back there, couldn't handle it. Already 4 aces in this first set for the Spring Hill Broncos on the service line. Here comes Frakes again, right in the middle of the floor. Hits into the net that time. So that's their first service error, and it's 7-4. Kim Whetstone now to serve. Gardner, back set to Serpan. Sticks it on the block, kept alive for a moment, but they try to get the up official in the play as well. Unfortunately for them, he can't hit it also. 8-4, Spring Hill. Kate Milroy now to serve for the Broncos. 5'1", sophomore. 18 aces this year for Milroy. Matlock out to Cruz and way too deep on that attack. Make it 9-4 Spring Hill. Bonner Springs on the year as a team, they're hitting .298, but in their 2 matches against Spring Hill, they've hit just .213. Milroy to serve again. Eats up Ledbetter on the back row. Gets him out of system, and here comes a free ball back to the Broncos. Gardner from Frank. Back to Frank, and she finds a wide open hole in the back row. 10-4 Spring Hill, and a timeout Bonner Springs. Great start for the Broncos here in this Sub-State Championship match. They have come out firing on both the service line and up at the net as Allie Frank, the latest to get involved. 3 different girls already with kills. 2 different girls have served up aces for Spring Hill, and they lead it 10-4 early on in this opening set. And Bonner Springs right now in this timeout, they've got to be having a little bit of that feeling of, oh no, here we go again. In their 3rd matchup this season with Spring Hill, they looked really good in their semifinal against Pittsburgh. They won it in 2 straight sets, and it wasn't really ever in much of a jeopardy. They controlled throughout in both the first and second set. They looked really good in that one, but now Spring Hill has come out and put them in an early 10-4 hole. Milroy with the serve as we're back to action. Madlock out to Cruz. She sends the down ball across. Easy play for Hedrick. She gets it back from Gardner. Tips over top of the block. Madlock dumping over on second contact. Rexrow not fooled. A little swing out to Allie Frank that time on the slide, and she puts another one away. Back-to-back kills from Allie Frank, and it's 11-4. Milroy set to serve it up here as that one just clears the net. Another really good serve. Madlock, back set, slide the right side to Noel. Here comes Hedrick from the left, and that one misses wide left. 11-5. Spring Hill with the lead. Lauren Tenberg, a 5'9 junior, will check in for Bonner Springs, replacing Rin Van Cleve. Mercedes Madlock, sophomore server, the team's leader in aces with 36 and serving at 93% on the year, but she misses that one deep. 12-5 Broncos. Mariah Hess in to serve, replacing Addie Hedrick. Hess on the serve. Play to the middle. Long run for Madlock, the setter, to get there. So a free ball comes back. Good chance for Spring Hill. Into the middle. Stevenson has it go off the top of the net and touch the block, though, so they'll keep it alive. Back to Stevenson. Eats up Madlock in the back row. And another free ball back to the Broncos. Gardner dumps over on second contact, and then a lift called on Kiana Cruz as she tried to react to that second contact dump by Gardner, and Cruz can't cleanly get it back across. So 13-5, Spring Hill by 8. Hess, the top server on the team at 98% with 45 aces this year, sends it across. A block is put up on front of Tenberg, and it's a point for Spring Hill. Gardner and Frank, that's the team's leader in blocks. Allie Frank, 85 blocks this year coming into this sub-state. And she teamed up with Gardner for another one to make it 14-5 Broncos. Knuckleball serve from Hess. Madlock sends it out to Cruz. Getting an arm on it was Hess to keep it alive. Rexroth with a long run to try to keep the point playable, but it'll go down as a point on the kill for Cruz. And it's 14-6. Spring Hill on top of Bonner Springs. Cruz with the serve. Gardner sets into the middle. Stevenson goes off of the block of Noel. Kept alive. Then Frank gets a swing, but played well by Madlock. Stevenson from the 10-foot line with a roll shot. Comes right back to her, and she hammers it down. 15-6 Spring Hill. First kill for Stevenson in this match. Normally 15 points in. She's got multiple kills, but her teammates helping lift it up around her so far, and they lead by 9. Madlock with the back set for Van Cleve. Diving dig by Hess to the back row. They'll go Stevenson again. Good block on it by Noel. Sticks on the net, and I think that's 4. It will be. So 15-7 the score. Spring Hill, though, still with a comfortable lead in this first set. Lexi Moschler back on to serve for Bonner Springs. Into the net, another service error by Bonner Springs. They're struggling at the service line now with 3 service errors already. And when you're trying to play catch-up, the last thing you can do is give free points away with service errors. 16-7 Spring Hill. Daphne Gardner now to serve. The freshman setter for Spring Hill. Madlock sends it out to Whetstone, who has to tip. A little off-balance shot from Stevenson, sails deep. 16-8. And Whetstone, the top attacker for Bonner Springs, just 1 kill to this point. She's really had only a couple of chances to really get a good swing on it. She's had to play more off-speed stuff to this point. Gardner shoots it there to Franks, and quick attack by Kate Frakes from the middle, and Frakes has her first kill. 17-8 Spring Hill. Hedrick back in, replacing Hess. Jalen Stevenson will put the serve up for the Broncos. It's going to be close to the back row. Her teammates were calling out, but Van Cleve played it, and a free ball comes back to the Broncos. Didn't get it clean, though, and so Hedrick from the 10-foot line goes cross-court off the top of the block. Madlock high to the outside for Ledbetter, and that's off the block and out, so Frakes had the block turned a little too far out. Ledbetter comes up with the kill, and it's 17-9. Ledbetter to serve now. Gardner, back set Serpan. Cross-court kill for Riley Serpan. 5 different girls up on the front have picked up a kill now for Spring Hill in this opening set. Frakes, already 1 ace of the match. High arcing serve to Moschler. Madlock. Quick set out left side to Cruz, and she puts it home for her second kill. 18-10 the score now. Spring Hill still comfortably in front. Mariah Noel back on for Bonner Springs, and Rexroth returns the libero for Spring Hill. Here's Kim Whetstone now to serve. Second on the team with 34 aces this year. She does have a team-high 42 service errors. Into the middle, Allie Frank, and she's having a great match. Allie Frank with her 3rd kill already. And she has thrived this year against Bonner Springs. Only in the 2 prior matches, 5 total sets, she only had 19 total attacks. But talk about efficient. She hit 526 with those 19 attacks, and she has been very effective early on in this one with 3 kills and a block already. Addie Hedrick sticks that one through Noel and Madlock for her second kill of this one. 20-10, Spring Hill has Bonner Springs doubled up here in this first set. Milroy. Madlock out to Cruz. Good dig by the libero, Rexroth. Hedrick again. Played by Whetstone to the back row. Trying to come back in there, and it's a down ball over from Ledbetter. Tapped across on second contact by Gardner. Now Cruz goes down the line and just caught the line. Kiana Cruz averages just under 4 kills per set. Both her and Whetstone have over 300 kills this season. And if it hasn't come from them, it hasn't come from anybody against Spring Hill this year. The rest of the team outside of Cruz and Whetstone just hitting .067 in their 5 sets against the Broncos this year. Gardner, back set, Hedrick. Dug by Madlock. Now a back row attack with an off-speed roll shot from Whetstone. Gardner quick to the middle to Frank and misses wide right that time. So she has 3 kills but couldn't put away her 4th. 20-12. Lead back down to 8 for Spring Hill as Bonner Springs will get the serve from Madlock. Rexroth to Gardner, to the middle to Allie Frank, and a solo block from Rin Van Cleve. Just her 3rd solo block of the year. And she shut down Frank on that one to make it 20-13. 3 straight points for the Braves. Stevenson, Gardner, tight to the net, went underneath of the net, so make it 20-14. The right foot of Gardner came down entirely on the other side, forcing the whistle and also forcing a timeout from Erica Book. 20-14, 4 straight points for Bonner Springs has trimmed that once 10-point lead down to 6. Still a nice cushion here for Spring Hill, but before it gets too much tighter, Erica Book says let's halt the momentum with a timeout. They have played 5 sets this year in 2 matches against Bonner Springs. They have won all 5 of them. And only twice has Bonner Springs reached the 20-point mark in any of those sets. So 20-14, Spring Hill, set number 1 of this sub-state championship. It's a best of 3. All 3 sets played to 25. Madlock serving for Bonner Springs. 4 straight points for the Braves. Gardner, quick set middle to Frank. Blocked back at her by Noel. Now Hedrick will get a swing. That goes off the net. Nope, they're going to say off the block. Gardner pushes it across, and now Madlock out to Cruz, who's had the hottest hand for them so far, and tripping Stevenson, who falls to the floor as she was trying to get past Milroy. Good news is she's able to hop right back up after taking the tumble. Now, it didn't come away completely unscathed, though, as she's a bit shaken up. She was going hard for that ball off the dig by Milroy, and Erica Book's going to go ahead and take her second timeout and try to allow a little extra time for her star outside, Jalen Stevenson, to recover. So 20-15 the score now. 5 straight points from Bonner Springs. They've tightened it up considerably and made Spring Hill have to think about things a little bit now. They took a timeout a moment ago for momentum's sake. This time just for recovery's sake. That's their team's kills leader, Jalen Stevenson, who is shaken up. We'll see, is she going to stay in? I believe she is. She gives her coach a nod, says I'm good, and she's going to stay in, tough it out here with a 20-15 score in this first set. Mercedes Madlock set to serve it again for Bonner Springs. 5 straight points from the Braves. Stevenson on the serve receive. Gardner with a back set to Hedrick. And the freshman to freshman combo won't work for a point there, but they're going to get it on that one as Cruz hits it off the antenna. 21-15, Spring Hill the lead, and they get the side out to bring in their best server, Mariah Hess. 98% this year with a team high 46 aces. Madlock to Cruz. Down the line, a whistle on some net contact against Spring Hill. Wasn't much, but it was enough. They call it on Gardner. 21-16. Serve from Cruz. Gardner to Stevenson off the 10-foot line. Jalen Stevenson in her first swing after being shaken up on the trip delivers her second kill, and it's 22-16 Broncos. The lone senior on the team for Spring Hill, Caitlin Rexroth, their libero on the serve. Sends it to Whetstone. Madlock out to Ledbetter, and down the line for the point goes Nikki Ledbetter. So a 7-2 advantage for Bonner Springs since it was 20-10. Spring Hill. Still a 5-point lead, though, for the Broncos, as Lexi Moschler will serve now. The 5'3" sophomore with a service error, her second of this match. And for the team, Bonner Springs now has 4 service errors. Serpan back on, replacing Milroy for Spring Hill. Daphne Gardner to serve, up by 6. Madlock outside to Whetstone, who's denied by Frakes and Serpan, but kept alive by Van Cleve. Gardner sends it out to Stevenson. Good dig again by Cruz of the back row. Ledbetter tries going down the line, but she's going to be called for a lift that time. A little too much push on it from Ledbetter. And it's a set point for Spring Hill at 24-17. And before they get that chance, timeout Bonner Springs. So the Broncos 1 point away. Daphne Gardner coming out of the timeout will be the server to try to put Spring Hill into a dominant situation, up 1-0 in a best of 3 with a state tournament berth on the line. 36 wins in 38 matches this year. It's been an unbelievable ride this year for the Spring Hill girls. Number 1 overall seed in the state tournament field. Daphne Gardner, a freshman, one of 2 freshmen that play a ton, with Addie Hedrick being the other. Here's the serve from Gardner on set point. Cruz to Madlock, out to Whetstone, and their top attacker can't put it down as Rexroth digs it for Spring Hill. This ball is bumped over by Madlock and out, so there it is, set point for Spring Hill, 25-17. The Broncos take the opening set and will head into the second, 25 points away from a berth in the state tournament. Spring Hill up 1-0. We'll head to the second right after this on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Your local farmer's insurance agent is Leah Smith. With more than 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri, Leah is sure to customize the right plan for you. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-221-0755. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net. Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020. This is Bronco Volleyball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back to Spring Hill High School. We are headed to the second set of this sub-state championship match between Spring Hill and Bonner Springs. Set number one went to the Broncos 25-17. So that is now 6 sets played this year between these two teams, both out of the Frontier League, and all 6 have been won by the Spring Hill Broncos. Only twice in those 6 sets has Bonner Springs reached 20 points. That was a 25-21 and a 25-22 loss as part of their 3-set sweep that they suffered on October 10th. They were swept in 2 sets back on September 19th. So here we go. Round 3 between the two teams with a state tournament berth on the line. And just like the first 2 head-to-head matchups, Spring Hill wins the first set. And we'll start with the serve in the second set. Daphne Gardner sends it over. We're underway as the Broncos are 1-set victory away from a state tournament berth. And they'll start with Kim Whetstone for Bonner Springs with a roll shot for the kill. Just her second kill. She had only 1 in that first set. She has 335 on the year coming in, leads the team. She also leads the team in blocks. She's second on the team in hitting percentage, third on the team in digs, and a tremendous all-around athlete for the Bonner Springs Braves. There's Gardner, back set to Frakes, or rather, check that Stevenson, and she tips down the line and in. So we see the 2 top attackers on their respective sides both go with off-speed shots for their first kills for their teams. Tied up at 1. Now Stevenson to serve. Took a hard tumble back in the first set, but appears to be okay. And now a tip from Cruz drops in, her 4th kill. (2-1) Bonner Springs the lead in the serve coming up from Whetstone. Into the middle, Gardner goes to Frakes, and she puts it off at the side of Madlock's arm. The center up there helping out with Noel on the block, but they can't deny Frakes. Sophomore picks up her 2nd kill of the match. 6'2" middle is second on the team in blocks and second on the team with a .347 hitting percentage. Now she'll step up to serve and sends it long. So that's her 2nd service error of this match with the Braves, and it's now 3-2 Bonner Springs. So after serving, Frakes comes out and the libero Rexroth replaces her. Madlock serving for Bonner Springs. Gardner sends it out to Hedrick. That ball ricochets off the net, and then Whetstone down to dig it, but nobody home for the 2nd contact. So a kill for Addie Hedrick, her 3rd. And we're tied at 3. Kate Milroy in to serve for the Broncos. Madlock out to Van Cleve, falling backwards off the antenna. Point to Spring Hill. Milroy readies, and here comes the serve. Madlock, back set to Cruz. Cross court dug by Milroy. Gardner to Hedrick, off balance. Tipped it over, now 2nd contact, dumped back over. Gardner with a slide set up for Frank. Can't put it away, and Madlock will shoot it out to Cruz, tipping into the back row. Stevenson there for it. Rexroth out to Hedrick, who's deep on the attack, and we're tied at 4. Kiana Cruz now to serve. Stevenson to Gardner. Back set Hedrick. Tips over top of the block. Noel able to adjust. Now Ledbetter tried to go cross court. Denied by Frank. Madlock brings it to the back row. Attack from Whetstone. It's a roll shot that's played by Rexroth. Back into the middle to Frank. Good dig by Cruz. Leaning to her left. Now Ledbetter dumping it down the line of the net. And played by Hedrick as she laid out for it. And could not keep directionally that ball in play. So it's 5-4. Bonner Springs by 1 here in the second set. Spring Hill took the first 25-17. Cruz with the serve. Good chance here as Gardner sets it clean in the middle to Frank. Tipped around the block. Diving play by Madlock, who may have hit her head a little bit. She came up holding the back of her head. Great effort. Unfortunately for her, though, it ends up in a point against him still. But that was a great attempt by Madlock. We're tied at 5. Allie Frank now with team high 4 kills in this match for Spring Hill. Madlock sets middle to Noel. And Rexroth has it go off her and out of play. 6-5 Bonner Springs. Back and forth in this second set after Spring Hill took control early of the first set. A late run was made by Bonner Springs. They made it a little bit interesting there when they got it back to within 5 at 22-17, but Spring Hill went ahead and took care of business. And block Stevenson, now Madlock. Middle to Whetstone, and she buries that one away. Good luck digging on that. 7-5 Bonner Springs. Gardner sets it up for Frank, who gets all kinds of momentum flying up to it. And a great dig by Madlock. Self-preservation to dig that one, but Stevenson comes back and sticks it on the block of Van Cleve and Whetstone as Jalen Stevenson comes up with her 4th kill, matching Allie Frank for the team lead. Spring Hill down a point as Rexroth serves. Madlock back to Whetstone. An attempt to dig that one from Mariah Hess, but Kim Whetstone delivers her 4th kill. 3 of the 4 coming in this second set. It's a 2-point lead for Bonner Springs. So Rin Van Cleve will be the server. She's only a freshman for Bonner Springs. She has a team high 96% serve percentage this year. Gardner, slide set for Frakes. Ledbetter from just inside the 10-foot line hits it into the net. Hit that one a little low on the palm. Didn't have any upward trajectory on that roll shot attempt. It went straight into the net. 8-7. Spring Hill down 1. Gardner to try to knot it up. Madlock sets it up for Ledbetter, who comes flying in, and that's 2 attacking errors in a row from Ledbetter, and we're tied at 8. Gardner on the serve for Spring Hill. Madlock wants Ledbetter again. Ricocheted back by Spring Hill's block. Now they'll go to Whetstone, put a block up on it, and they're going to call a double contact on Moschler. So that's not an easy task to block Kim Whetstone, but Jalen Stevenson and Kate Frakes just did it. 9-8, Spring Hill back in front by a point. Whetstone maybe a little bit upset she got blocked last time, comes with a big swing on that one, but it's kept up by Spring Hill. Frakes down ball back across to the Braves. Madlock into the center. Whetstone tipping this time. Serpan pops it up, and now Stevenson roll shot across. Ledbetter from the outside off the block of Kate Frakes, who's got 2 blocks now in this one. 6'2" sophomore Kate Frakes denying from the outside. Ledbetter. 10-8, Spring Hill by 2, and a timeout Bonner Springs. Nice little run from Spring Hill after Bonner was playing them back and forth. Got the stomp and stable up and going. They're ready to celebrate a state tournament berth. It's been since 1985 since this program has been able to celebrate a sub-state championship or a berth into the state tournament. And all year long, it's had a special feeling to this season for this Spring Hill team. They are one set victory away from at least crossing off one more part of that goal, which obviously doesn't end just getting to the state tournament, but that's certainly one of the goals to get there and then go ahead and cross off the other goals once you make it there. That's an ace from Gardner, and it's 11-8 Spring Hill. Moschler on the knee, plays it out to Whetstone. That time able to fit it through the block. Whetstone now with a team high 5 kills in this match. But as has been the case in their previous 2 head-to-head this season, Cruz and Whetstone now with 9 kills. The rest of the team just 2. And those have both come from the girl that just served Ledbetter. Back set to Stevenson, punching it all the way into the back corner. Good vision there by Jalen Stevenson. Had the defense sucked up there on the net to try to defend against that powerful swing. And with nobody in that back corner, she just popped it over and dropped it in there into that wide open vacant area. 12-9 Spring Hill. Here's the serve now from Stevenson, who's been hot from the service line in this one. Cruz finds the opposite corner for a kill. That's her 5th. (12-10) lead for Spring Hill. Served by Whetstone, played by Stevenson, who'll have a chance from the back row to put an attack down. Dug by Whetstone. Now Hedrick. That ball hit the antenna, it looks like. Bonner down a point. Whetstone to serve. Gardner, back set Serpan. Whetstone digs from the back row. Gardner this time goes to the center to Frakes. Good job Madlock keeping it alive, but then Whetstone on the second contact has it go in the opposite direction that she wanted it to. 13-11, Spring Hill. Sophomore Kate Frakes on the serve. Madlock dumps it over and down. So caught Spring Hill off guard that time as the setter uses the second contact to drop in her 24th kill of the year. (13-12). Gardner, quick set middle to Frank. Diving dig by Madlock, and then a joust at the net between Frank and Noel, and they're going to end up calling Frank for a lift after Noel won the joust. We're knotted up at 13. Served by Madlock. Gardner underneath of it again, goes quick to the middle to Allie Frank, and this time Frank wins the battle at the net for her 5th kill. 14-13. Broncos the lead and the serve. Kate Milroy. Madlock, a long run to get up to set that one for Cruz. Dug on a dive by Milroy. And then Addie Hedrick puts it through for Spring Hill. 2-point lead for Spring Hill at 15-13. Again, Madlock has to go running away from the net to try to set that one for Cruz, and she buries it into the net. 16-13. Last couple of times, the serve received for Bonner Springs, unable to get a good pass to their setter, Madlock, who's having to run all over to try to get the setup. And again, has to run, gets settled a little bit better this time. Sets back row for Whetstone, who sends it deep. And now Spring Hill has opened up a 4-point lead, their largest of this second set. Head coach Jan Madlock up with some words of instruction to her squad. Can't let too much separation get between them and Spring Hill if they want to survive here. Cruz can't put the cross court away. Rexroth brings it back row for Stevenson, who sends a free ball across. Set out to Cruz. Tipped across, but a whistle comes from the down ref, and there's a net violation against Spring Hill. Couldn't see the number. Might have said 5, it looked like, which would be Allie Frank. 17-14. Served by Cruz. Eats up Rexroth, but a good adjustment made by Gardner. Then they're going to call a double contact on Allie Frank. Rexroth, that was one of those in-betweeners where it comes about eye level, and it's hard to play it hard to take a traditional serve receive pass, but it's not really high enough to get underneath of it and set it out of there. And eat up Rexroth a little bit, and now forces a timeout from Spring Hill. A couple of points for Bonner, and they've closed within 2 here at 17-15. Each team has used 1 timeout now of their 2 allotted timeouts in this second set. 17-15 Spring Hill. Bonner Springs will have the serve when we come out of this timeout. Kiana Cruz, first team All-Frontier League last year. Having another fine season this year. Leads the team in digs, second in kills, tops in hitting percentage. Sends the serve across for Bonner Springs. It's Hedrick who gets the swing for the Broncos, but can't put it down. Now Frank a chance. And there's a point for Spring Hill on a lift by Van Cleve. So Allie Frank now with 6 kills. She's added a block as well. And the Broncos lead by 3 as Mariah Hess serves for Spring Hill. Tough serve received from Whetstone. Has them all out of system again. Free ball back to the Broncos. Quick pass to Gardner. Sends it out to Stevenson. Off the top of the block and in there. Half dozen kills from Stevenson and a 4-point lead for Spring Hill. Timeout Bonner Springs as they've used their final timeout here at 19-15. Spring Hill just 6 points away from wrapping up a sub-state championship and packing their bags for the state tournament in Salina. Mariah Hess, the team's top server, at just under 98%, and the team's aces leader this year as well. So Madlock and her squad taking their time in this timeout. You very rarely, I feel like, see the teams stay in the timeout huddle in volleyball for the entire 1-minute timeout. But right there, Bonner Springs did. They're going to try to get their legs back underneath them for a final push here in this second set. Madlock out to Van Cleve, and she delivers. So it's 19-16. Lexi Moschler will serve for Bonner Springs. She's misfired a couple of times from the service line in this match, but gets a good one across there. Tipped by Stevenson. Moschler gets it up for Cruz at the back row, but dug by Milroy. Now Stevenson off the side of the block for Jalen Stevenson. Had a little bit of a slow go at it in the first set of this match, just 2 kills, but she's picked it up now in the second with 5. Giving her 7 for the match and a 4-point Spring Hill lead at 20-16. Rexroth serves. Madlock out to Whetstone, and a cross-court kill from Kim Whetstone, her 6th. Van Cleve, the server for Bonner Springs. Gardner to Stevenson, and count up another one for Stevenson. Jalen's got 8. They've had the block there the last 2 times, but Stevenson able to use the block against him and twice hammer it off of him and out of bounds. 21-17. Overpass on that Gardner serve, and Jalen Stevenson able to take care of that ball and put it right down on top of Madlock. She was able to play that ball as she did because it did come across the plane. It was back on her side, Stevenson, so she was able to go up and hit that over top of the setter. 22-17. Served by Gardner, clipped the net. Ledbetter from the right side, goes cross court and finds some space back in the back row. 22-18, late in the second set. Ledbetter to serve. Some critical points for Bonner Springs as they are getting down to crunch time. They can ill afford to give up anything at this point. With this match hanging in the balance for them. Gardner out to Serpan. Dug by Moschler. Cruz to the back row, and Ledbetter. Free ball over. Tap back by Frakes. Down to the middle to Whetstone. She tips. Tipped right back by Frakes. Little schoolyard volleyball going on between the two teams there, and it ends up falling down on the Spring Hill side, so a point to Bonner Springs, 22-19. That one's deep from Ledbetter, way deep. So they've given away 5 free points in this match with service errors. 23-19. Spring Hill has Jalen Stevenson ready to serve, needing 2 points to punch their ticket to Salina. Madlock out to Cruz. Good dig by Rexroth. Gardner will set up Hedrick. Tipped by Madlock. Now she'll dump it across, but Rexroth was right there, read it all the way. Serpan from the right side. Has it ricocheted back at her. Back row attack from Jalen Stevenson. Puts it down. 24-19. Spring Hill. 10 kills now from Stevenson for the 24th time this year. She's got double digits in the kills department. And Stevenson, a point away. Here's match point for the Broncos in the Sub-State Championship. Moschler to Madlock. To Whetstone. Tips it over and drops it in just before Rexroth could get that pancake dig down. So here's Whetstone now to serve for Bonner Springs. Stevenson to Gardner, to Serpan. Cross court, popped up and kept alive. Good recovery, but then they're going to call it on a tip. There was a 4th contact in there, so that'll do it. 25-20. The Spring Hill Lady Broncos are headed to the state tournament for the first time since 1985. As they sweep the Bonner Springs Braves for a 3rd time this year and improve to 37-2, the number 1 overall seed in Class 5A. They'll be in Salina to try to take it all the way. The celebration is on for the Spring Hill girls. They are headed to the state tournament as they win the Sub-State Championship in 2 straight sets over the Bonner Springs Braves. 25-17. 25-20. We'll see them in Salina for the first time since 1985. What a year it's been, and they are certainly not ready for it to be over. That's the lone senior, Caitlin Rexroth, who receives the state or the Sub-State Championship plaque for the team. And the girls will celebrate this win and then turn their sights to preparation for the state tournament. Athletic Director Gary Howard out there to orchestrate the photo op now for the team. That's a happy bunch of girls right there as they have won the sub-state championship, and they're going to go ahead and fill out that bracket with their name as the sub-state champion. Each of them getting a chance to write one of the letters. Good thing Spring Hill's long enough. They have a chance for all of them to get one of those letters in there. There they are, sub-state champion. Each of them getting a chance to put their mark on that sub-state bracket. One more L to go, and Kate Frakes puts the final touch on it. Spring Hill, your sub-state champion. And Emery Stevenson says, we need one more. Let's put an exclamation point on it. Why not? They deserve it. 37-2. The Spring Hill Broncos are your sub-state champions and are headed to state for the first time since 1985. Congratulations, girls. We're back to wrap things up today on the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center postgame show. That's next here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
When it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
This is Bronco Volleyball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back inside live to the celebration that is underway for the Spring Hill girls as they have won the 2019 5A Sub-State Championship. So they will be headed to the state tournament. Spring Hill High School hasn't been to the state volleyball tournament since 1985, and this group of girls has certainly earned the trip this season. 37-2, the record. They're the number one seed, and they will be that number one seed in the state tournament. So we will be excited to see what they are able to do in Salina to the rest of that state tournament field, but no doubt this is a special team. And they certainly looked the part today as they sweep both their opponents. Took care of KC Washington in two quick sets, 25-9, 25-2. And then over Bonner Springs in the championship, 25-17, 25-20. It's the postgame show brought to you by Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center. They work with all insurance companies to get you back on the road in no time. To learn more, visit them online at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095. Look at some of the final numbers in this one. Jalen Stevenson, who's led the team in kills all season long, added another double-digit kill performance in this one with 10 to go along with a block and 3 aces as she was special once more for Spring Hill. But they had lots of contributions on the attacking department in this one. Addie Hedrick, the freshman, added 4. Allie Frank with 6 kills and a block to go along with it. Kate Frakes had a pair of kills, a pair of blocks, and an ace. Daphne Gardner with 1 block, 1 ace, and she's the main setter who set up all those attackers. And Riley Serpan got in the action with a kill as well. For Bonner Springs, 7 kills from Kim Whetstone led the way, 5 from Kiana Cruz. Mariah Noel with 1, Mercedes Madlock, Rin Van Cleve each with 1. Nikki Ledbetter had 2. The Bonner Springs Braves did struggle to serve. They had 5 service errors in that match, while Spring Hill had 2 service errors of their own, but no aces for the Braves. And for Spring Hill, they tallied up 5 aces in this championship match to come away with a 2-set sweep, 25-17, 25-20, and they are on to the state tournament. 37-win season, just 2 losses. One of those losses was to St. James Academy, who's the number 2 overall seed in this year's tournament field. The other came to Blue Valley Southwest. They split their 2 matches with the Timberwolves this year. But this is a team in that match against St. James Academy. If you want to look forward, nothing's guaranteed. There's still multiple matches to be won to get to a potential rematch with St. James Academy, assuming they win their sub-state today, which I have not seen, but I'm going to go ahead and assume they will, because they do every year. And if we do see that, what a matchup that would be. They played earlier, not too long ago, just about a week ago they played, and it was as close as you could really get, 27-25, 25-22, or 27-25, 25-23, a 2-set sweep, but barely. 27-25, 25-23 is as close as it gets. So I, for one, cannot wait for that potential rematch, and I know the Spring Hill team can't wait for a possible rematch of that nature, because if that's the case, that means they're likely rematching for a state championship. So certainly could happen. Spring Hill 37-2. St. James Academy, assuming that they win their sub-state, will go into the tournament at 36-2. So we'll see if that matchup awaits, but we know one thing. Spring Hill will be playing in the state tournament as the number 1 seed, and they'll be there for the first time since 1985. We'll take a timeout, come back with more to wrap things up here on the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show. That's next here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill, or go online to primeaccounting.net. Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020.
Your local Farmers Insurance agent is Leah Smith. With more than 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri, Leah is sure to customize the right plan for you. Her straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-221-0755. Leah Smith Agency, Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
This is Bronco Volleyball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome back to the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show. After the sub-state championship match won by the Spring Hill Broncos, they are headed to the state tournament, and we are going to chat with their head coach, Erica Book, coming up in just a moment. She's working her way up here to the broadcast table, so we'll put a headset on Coach Book and get some thoughts from the head coach of the Broncos, who are going to the state tournament for the first time since 1985. And what a year it's been at 37-2. They're not done. They are far from done. They're hoping for several more matches and more history to be made, but they certainly checked off the box they needed to here today as Coach Book joins us here on the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show. And Coach, it's been a long time coming for this program to head to a state tournament, and you've got a special group of girls here that certainly deserves the opportunity, and they earned it today with this sub-state championship. So congratulations to you and your team.
Thank you. God, that was huge. Goodness. They showed up and they played, every single one of them. I'm so proud of them. It was, that's something we said at the beginning of the season is
or focus, in one match at a time.
Yes.
And all of that. Obviously, these girls knew that they had the opportunity to do this. They might not have been speaking the word. Now they can officially speak the word, though. But how's the focus been for your team that's allowed them to get to this point?
Yeah, all season long, those wins meant something because we put ourselves in a really good spot to go to state. And so this week, Bonner Springs is a great team. They've got two really good hitters, and they're really good, and they beat some really good teams. So we had to get better this week in practice, and I thought we blocked really well today. We kind of shut down some of their outsides, and we played great defense. So overall, our focus every single day is just to get better, and I feel like they're self-disciplined, and they came to practice ready to get better every single day.
37-2 this year for this team. I have a feeling you knew you had a good team before the season ever started. Did you know you had this good of a team?
I didn't. It's kind of hard to tell. I knew we had talent, and I knew we had a lot coming back, but we're young, and that plays a little bit of role into it. But we had kids step up, and they blew me out of the water. I knew we were going to be good, but I didn't know we were going to be this good. So, they just love each other, and I think that's the biggest thing for this team is they take care of one another, and that's the part that's you can't just have every single year. It's a special team.
For being as young as they are, they're a very composed team. They don't seem to get rattled. Granted, when you're winning a lot, that helps, but even with the wins and everything, they just – the moment doesn't seem too big for this group. Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. Even at practice, we'll do goals, and they won't get it, and they want to come back, and they want to do that drill again, and they'll get it. And so they don't get rattled, and that's saying a lot when you got a freshman setter running the show. So, and she doesn't get rattled, and she bounces back, and I think that's for us one thing I talk about in timeouts is we've got to limit their runs, and we've got to bounce back. You're going to make mistakes. It's a game of mistakes, but you got to learn how to shake it off and get the next one. And this team does an amazing job of that.
You have one senior on the team.
Yes.
Your libero, Rex Rote, and we could see some shots of her in the celebration, the emotions out of her and out of the whole team for that matter. But for your one senior, this is her last shot to get to a state tournament. The other girls are going to have another good team next year. They're going to have another chance, and for some of them, multiple other chances. What does it mean to you to see your one senior on the team have this opportunity now?
Goodness. She is really talented, and she digs balls that I'd never seen a high school kid dig, and she's got that ability to read. But the biggest thing for her is she stepped up and was a huge leader for us this year, and she set the composure, and she's a competitive kid, and I feel like that kind of rubbed off on everybody else. And so I'm happy for her. She deserves nothing but the best, and so I think this was bittersweet for her.
It's kind of that was funny, not like haha funny, but you know what I mean?
Yes.
You were a star libero at Washburn University. You're one senior on this team.
Yes.
You're libero. It all kind of goes together to this. It's just a special group, and your fingerprints are all over this group, the way that they play.
It is. I probably focus a lot on defense and ball control more than any other skill on the court, and I feel like poor Kat, she gets a wrath of what I expect of her, but I feel like she accepted that challenge and she has stepped up huge. And I mean, Jalen Stevenson in the back row, Kate Milroy dug every ball to her today, and so I could go on. Mariah Hess is awesome in the back row, so that's why we're beating good teams. We play awesome defense and we don't let a ball drop.
Absolutely, Coach. Well, I'm going to let you get back to your celebration with your girls, your photo ops, and everything else that you got going on. You guys earned it all, and excited to see what's in store in Salina. You guys are going to go out there and hope to make some noise.
Yes,
exactly.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Coach Erica Book has the Spring Hill Lady Broncos. They are headed to the state tournament. First time since 1985 that they can say that, and they are ready to go make some noise. They're in Salina in that 5A state tournament. That's going to wrap things up for us here tonight from Spring Hill High School. Again, the final in this sub-state championship, Spring Hill over Bonner Springs, 25-17, 25-20. And the number 1 seed in the 5A state tournament, your Spring Hill Broncos. For Caden Carbajo, I'm Bryce Kessler as we say good night from Spring Hill High School. You've been watching Spring Hill High School Volleyball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
It's time for Bronco Volleyball on Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is brought to you by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, Price Chopper, Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial, the Spring Hill Recreation Commission, Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Cedar Lake Village, Crown Realty, the Elliott Insurance Group, Prime Accounting Solutions, Farmers Insurance, Leah Smith Agency, Tri-Century Bank, Allstate, Libby Clark Agency, the Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, Spring Hill Fitness, Perfect Detail Salon, and Whitesell Optometry.
5, 4,